My dear Dickinsonians, do you want to know what the poem There's a Certain Slant of Light home to me? Well, this time it told me a story, a beautiful and profound story about transformation. So if you want to listen to it, just stay tuned. It was a dark and lonely winter afternoon. The sun rays were already fading and night started taking control of day. Darkness was about to loom over the world, creating a gloomy atmosphere accompanied by a remaining slant of light which mercilessly pierced the window of that dusty, floor tumble-down old house, reaching the soul of that shattered, torn and devastated human being, the same dusty, floor and tumble-down as her shelter. A soul that had been waiting day after day, who had been praying night after night for the coming of the light, for the revelation of a truth, for a reason which could soothe the affliction that so cruelly had settled inside. At last, after what seemed like a never-ending wait, that somber, wintry afternoon, she perceived something different in the air. That very afternoon, that dim slant of light, the last exhalation of the day, would bring the salvation that she had been begging for, transforming her life forever. Only it would not happen the way she expected, for she ignored that healing hurts. And as the sharp light oppressed her chest by ripping her already wounded, weakened soul, she could hear the distant, dense, slow and heavy sounds of the cathedral announcing death.
There's a certain slant of light, winter afternoons, that oppresses like the heft of cathedral tunes.
And the soul can't breathe, and her mind mourns, and unable to stand the pressure that truth was applying on her already damaged chest, she desperately flees.
La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da.
Nevertheless, on the run, that haunted soul unconsciously abandons the part of herself that could actually listen to and understand that light, the part ready to absorb the wisdom the light had come to announce, the pure awareness that dwelt nearly imperceptible inside her, hidden behind the walls that ignorance had been consistently building over the years, causing with that separation those internal invisible wounds that leave no trace and that come with incomprehension.
Heavenly hurt he gives us, we can find no scar, but internal difference where the meanings are.
And with incomprehension, a million voices, a million hollow, meaningless thoughts that seemed to arise from nowhere burst into that poor soul's ignorant mind. They were coming all at once. They were coming from all directions, mercilessly baffling her with their deafening whispers, preventing that human being from listening to the message the light had come to deliver, from finding the only way out. There's a certain slant of light that speaks in despair, and we teach it. Anybody goes, it is like a distance, all the presence of cathedral tears. Dejected and confused, profoundly heartbroken, that human being realizes that no one will go through that profound affliction on her behalf. None will walk for her the path she's meant to walk. None will face for her what seems inevitable to face. And so, lost in confusion and paralyzed by fear, that devastated soul yells in despair.
None may teach it any, 'tis the still despair
weak to keep on fleeing, that human being surrenders then to whatever fate may await, still stalked by lugubrious haunting voices which give rise to the restlessness that comes with uncertainty. But inevitably, the time has come. The slant of light firmly approaches that fearful, subdued soul, determined to deliver its message, to show her the way out, the answer to that uncertainty. And so, seeing no other option, that human being lets go and surrenders her internal landscape of limiting beliefs, of fears and insecurities, all of her shadows, to that messenger, to finally receive the new unknown truth the light brings. Then, at long last, her tortured mind ceases, and there's a pause, and there's silence. Now the soul listens. Now the light speaks.
When it comes, the landscape listens. Shadows hold their breath.
And thus, face to face, the light turns for the first time true, bright light to her eyes. It always was, only she could not see. Now the soul understands. Now there's clarity in her mind, relief in her chest. Now the shadows vanish and the landscape turns brighter, livelier. And as that human being beheld the light depart and vanish in the distance, she understands that the death she had perceived in the air moments before was not an end, but a beginning, that the road extended far beyond her eyes could reach, inviting, saturated with new opportunities and experiences where to explore the new self that had just born within. And in the distant past, on the road that extended behind, she could barely distinguish now her old self.
When it goes, 'tis like the distance, on the look of death.
In the end, that gloomy, somber, wintry afternoon became morning, a bright, upbeat winter morning. Day started taking control of night, and light spread over the landscape, displaying its lively colors, tinging the atmosphere with freedom, clarity, and great expectations, exposing the unstoppable pulse of life that had remained hidden behind a murky, dense veil of darkness. And once the walls of unconsciousness had been torn down, that soul was ready to shelter her awareness back. Her lamentation then turned into hope, and her soul sang differently, forevermore.
La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
And that's the end of the story. And it's also all the poem There's a Certain Slant of Light home to me. I hope you enjoyed my visual and musical interpretation of it. I shall see you soon with more Emily and more music. Take care and stay tuned.